Away from there. This money will be yours, my son. Only you know where it's hidden. And no one else must know about it, here? Now get. Go and hide on the roof.
And you, Papa?
Get, I said.
Papa! Papa! Papa!
Pleasure to be here in Clayton, ladies and gentlemen. And may I thank you for the reception you have given our Gary Maguire, Hurricane West. But if any man among you would care to dispute the clearly prodigious ability of the most famous pistol shot of the West... But as I was saying, if he cared to dispute the authenticity of this exhibition, let him challenge Hurricane West. And if there happens to be a gentleman with enough skill in this audience, let him come forward.
I challenge him.
Thank you, sir. Step forward, please.
Supping with us, Tony?
I'd like to, but they're waiting for me at home.
Diddy, I got a stew a la Maggie Brown.
And I'll get the same old corned beef hash.
Hi, Tony.
Hello there, Ronnie. Gary,
Hello there. Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
you were marvelous.
Seems I was in particularly good form. Where's that pesky old jug? Never can find it.
Here you are.
Thanks, Tony.
What's that scar on your neck?
The scar? An Indian arrow. Sue. There were 20 of them and just 4 of us. But it's a story everybody knows.
It's almost like a fairy tale.
Almost. But it sure wasn't. You see, I'm still here. But those poor Indians are all in the green pastures and a happy hunting ground.
But do you really have to leave tomorrow?
Yes, it's true, Tony. We're going to win it, and then to Lewistown, then who knows where. But we'll be back next year.
Gee, but that's a mighty long time. There's so much I have to learn from you first.
What you could learn from me, anybody could teach you.
That's what you think. Wait till you get back, then I'll show you what a good pistoler I'm going to become. I'm already training alone, see? Just watch.
Never do that. Don't you ever point a gun at anyone again. Look, it was loaded.
Gee, I didn't know, Gary.
It's a very old gun, but it can kill you just as dead as a new one can. Where'd you get it?
Well, I found it.
If we're going to be buddies, you and me, you mustn't lie. You must have taken it, Tony.
It's Mr. Claridge's. He's the pharmacist. He's my foster father.
Tony. May the Lord be praised. Where's the pistol, Tony? Did you take it?
Oh, don't worry. It's been unloaded.
Thanks, Mr. McGuire. Mrs. Claridge is very angry, you know. Come on, Tony.
Oh,
Let's go home
phooey.
now.
Better go now, Tony. Or Marius will get into trouble.
Just a minute, Marius. So long, Gary. I'll see you next year. Don't forget I'm waiting.
Next year, Tony.
Word of honor?
Word of honor.
We must go now, Tony.
Huh.
And when I'm talking, you might have the decency to listen, instead of making your disgusting mixture.
Yes, dear. I'm listening.
You must make a decision. Now, Thomas. Ah, here he is.
Everything all right, Miss Claridge. Here, we found the pistol.
Give it to me.
Tony, my boy, you've been a very naughty boy, you know.
You can go, Marius.
Yes, now, Tony, you know quite well that firearms aren't for children. And when we accepted the proposal of your tutor, Mr. Brody, to make your home with us and to give you an education of some sort, you seemed, quite a reasonable little fellow. Although you were, how shall I put it, a bit rustic. But we would never have imagined that you would turn out to be such a delusion. That's right, isn't it, dearest?
Makes me feel very sorry. It's thanks to you that I have a home at all.
On your feet. Don't you have any manners when Mr. Claridge is talking?
But why? It's better this way.
So it's better this way. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach you with a few whacks of this stick.
Miss Claridge, if you try and hit me with that stick, I warn you, it won't be all that easy.
Just take this.
Not even with a whip am I afraid of you. I never took a thrashing from Father. Bullies.
Thomas, a letter has to be written to that tutor Brody.
But I...
Yes, I know. Now, don't try to defend that little rascal. He's a rebel, a criminal, and you'll see that his tutor's informed at once.
But there's the question...
Right as I told you to do.
Maybe we can help you.
No, thanks. Just the same. We're lucky we got a doctor in there.
Who was it?
Bandits down in the canyon.
Walter, they ambushed my family in the brine. It was all over in a flash. They robbed us of the money we brought along with us. We were on our way to Lewistown. The government had given us a grant of farmland.
Bad place for farmers, Lewistown. Others had grants like you folks here, but they cleared out. Those who didn't die of lead poisoning. Anyway.
Criminals. That's right, good farmland.
Yeah, but for Coleman's cattle, that's home range. He wouldn't be worried by no government grants or barbed wire fences. You met his gunmen already. Did you see which way those rats were heading?
Toward the hills. That way, son.
Caves at Silver Hill. Perfect for making a share out. How many were there?
5 or 6. Not more.
Who'll join a posse?
I sure will, Crab.
Me too. McGuire. Saw your show at Clayton. You're a great artist.
Oh, I make out all right.
I'd be grateful if you'd kindly come along with us. May I count on you?
Of course you can.
We'll all come, Crab. We'll attack from 2 sides. You take the west. Get going. You'll come with me.
Right.
I can smell smoke. You'd better take a look. I'll go and tell the others. You keep an eye on them. Don't let them get away.
Don't worry, I got 12 shots. 2 each. It's enough for anyone.
In all, that's $3,720. Divided by 6, that's...
635 each.
635. Is that right, boss?
I don't want that money, see?
What you mean that, Roy?
I don't want none of that stinking sheep farmer's dinero. Divide it up among the 5 of you.
Sure, thanks, boss. And this is yours.
Count him again, two-timer.
What do you mean, two-timer?
You ain't cheating me. Lead him there. Yeah, no, fucking. Now, stop that.
I can't have you fighting over a few measly dollars. I'll make the share out.
Look at that, fellas. Not a one of them alive. Good job, McGuire.
Government ought to give a medal. You can always get pretty drunk in Green Rock, McGuire.
So you wanted to play a lone hand, huh? Well, you did a great job.
Sure.
5 shots and 5 clients for Boot Hill. That's real shooting. The greatest shot in the territory.
These are yours. You've earned them.
Thanks.
But weren't there 6 of them bandits?
That's right. One of them got away under cover. But I got a glimpse of his face, and when we meet, he'll get his. One of these days.
Here you are, Sheriff. The man was right. Hurricane West killed them all on his own.
They tell me it was Hurricane West from Brown Circus.
I was told there were 10 of them desperados.
Oh, there were 5. I reckon the circus must need some publicity.
Well, read it for yourself, Coleman.
Drunken liar. Well, thank you for your trouble, Corbett. I'll go and take care of it.
Don't mention it.
It's me, you fool.
Coleman, it's you.
Cut it out. Listen to me. How many men attacked you at the mine, Roy?
Around 30. I didn't count.
Are you sure? 30?
Well, it was around 30. Maybe more, maybe less. Anyway, it was too many for 6 of us.
You're not only a fool, you're a damn liar as well. Read that. Come over here, you idiot, and see for yourself. There.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Take a look down there in front of that caravan. Do you recognize that man? There goes your 30 men. It's only one. Gary McGuire.
Gary ne ha ammazzati 5.
Gary chi?
Gary Maguire, uragano West. Lui solo contro 5 banditi.
Caspita!
Ehi, Tony! Vieni qua, tesoro.
Quanto entusiasmo, giovanotto.
Ben arrivato, signor Bloody.
Grazie, Tony. Sono contento di trovarti bene in salute, ma pare che non si possa dire altrettanto del tuo temperamento.
Carattere più che temperamento. Un ribelle.
Ho una grande responsabilità, giovanotto, se non altro verso la memoria di tuo padre. C'è un buon collegio a Boston, qualche anno di sana disciplina e tornerai ad essere più docile, più uomo.
Siete voi il mio tutore. Sta a voi decidere.
Ma io ho già deciso, giovanotto. Ho già deciso.
Un altro.
Zitti tutti. E adesso voglio bere alla salute di quelle sporche talpe di contadini che vengono a scavarsi la tana nei nostri pascoli.
E io invece voglio brindare alla salute di quel tale che in un solo colpo ha mandato all'inferno 5 mangiacarogne come voi.
Hanno sentito l'urlo del lupo e già si sentono tutti lupi. Ma il lupo è un lupo se ha le zanne da lupo. E non difende la sua terra col filo spinato.
Niente filo spinato dalle mie parti, amico. E quanto alle zanne, prova ad allungare una mano.
Calma, amici! Calma! Giù con le pistole! Ah, bella accoglienza per uno che è venuto qui a offrirvi da bere.
Oh, ma se si tratta di bere, una bevuta non si rifiuta mai.
Così va bene, amici. Ehi, barman! Ma dove sei nascosto?
Sono qua, capo.
Tirami una di quelle bottiglie.
Sì, subito.
Tira! Olè! Forza con i bicchieri, ce ne sarà per tutti. Offre Gary Maguire, uragano West.
Non tocca a voi, Maguire. Devo essere io a offrire. Voglio dimostrarvi la mia ammirazione.
Avevo sentito parlare delle vostre pistole. D'ora in avanti sentiremo parlare anche del vostro coraggio.
Chiunque al mio posto avrebbe fatto altrettanto.
Oh, troppo modesto. Da bere per tutti. E se parlassimo un po' d'affari? Una pistola come la vostra potrebbe essermi molto utile.
Quando il signor Coleman vuole una cosa, non discute mai sul prezzo.
Qualunque sia il prezzo.
No, non è questione di denaro. Non potrei mai lasciare i miei compagni del circo. Contano troppo su di me.
Ecco l'uomo più forte del circo che voleva 400 kg. Forza, dai. Forza. Là, finalmente.
there's anyone among you, ladies and gentlemen, who would like to challenge the great Hurricane West, just step down into the ring. We're ready for you.
I challenge him.
No.
I'll do it. Well, I'm here. What have I got to do?
Bravo! Finally, we found a man with courage. Someone who's willing to risk his dollars in spite of impossible odds. Your name, sir?
Holroyd.
All right, then. Holroyd against Hurricane West.
$20 to start with.
Mr. Holroyd bets $20. To your places.
Let's go, hero.
Ready? Fire!
Go ahead. Haven't I seen you some other place? Silver Hill?
No. I've never been there. You're mistaken.
Maybe so. But I'll be happier when you're buried in the boneyard.
Quit your fooling.
So you've never seen me?
You're right there.
Careful now. You're staking your reputation, Sonny. The great Hurricane West. Seems you're a little nervous.
My compliments. Holroyd wins $20. You want to go on with it?
Yeah, the lot.
Very well, sir. The gentleman bets $40. Bring out the bells for the snap shooting. Forward. The first man to hit the bell without stepping over the red line is the winner.
You were very brutal in killing those poor boys. They were friends of mine.
You know it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's right. But you're afraid to face your audience and tell the truth.
Suppose I tell them you did.
Go ahead. But it's your word against mine. It's not quite so simple. Listen, McGuire, I'll confess. If I'm beaten, that is.
Allez, hop, to your places. Go!
And old Roy is the winner. Music! Now just keep your trap shut if you want to go on living. Get out.
Gary, could you drink a little coffee? I made it specially for you.
No, thanks, Maggie. Leave me alone.
Very well.
Hey, Roy, just look at that. Hi there, hero.
Hi. Howdy.
Well, well, look who's here if it ain't Hurricane West.
Pleasure to have you in town, amigo. Come and have a drink. I'm paying for it.
This time, Roy's a paying.
Well, thanks a lot, friends. It's not today. I got a lot to do.
Oh, McGuire, tied to a woman's apron string.
You ain't riled because I beat you last night, are you? Sure hope not.
No. Not at all.
Good. No hard feelings, then. Let's drink to our friendship.
Perhaps beer don't agree with him so early in the morning. Oh, we can offer you whiskey, and if you refuse now, we'll be offended.
A small one, then.
Well, be our guest.
After you. Nothing like a drink to clear the dust.
Hey there. Will you help me?
Two doubles. To the health of all heroes, real or fake, who are here in Briggs County. Help yourselves, fellas. Have some fun with him. I had my fun with him yesterday evening.
Cheers.
You don't want to drink alone, amigo.
Why, no. A whiskey for everyone.
Now. Don't step out of line. Don't you know that everything's offered by Roy?
That's generous. At least let me pay for one round of whiskey.
It's a pleasure. They're good for nothings. Drink up, McGuire. It's on me.
You heard what he said. Come on now.
very funny. If you think it's funny to take advantage of a man when he's all alone, well, watch out.
You watch out. I might get riled. Dust him down a bit, boys. Don't move my way. Come on. Now, the bum's rush, huh? All right. Out.
In bocca al lupo, Gary. Stasera sono morbidi come il burro.
Te la senti? Siamo ancora in tempo. Va pure. Annuncia.
Ed ecco a voi l'insuperabile, il leggendario, il prestigioso Gary Maguire, Uragano West!
Coraggio. Vai.
Musica! Ma che fa, disgraziato? Muoviti! Mi vuoi rovinare? Avanti voi, tutti dentro! Tutti! Via!
E tu pensi che questa sia la soluzione migliore?
Non lo so, ma è l'unica che mi resta.
La più facile, forse. Non puoi cancellare 10 anni di vita saltando in groppa d'un cavallo e andartene.
Già. Avrei dovuto decidermi molto prima. Prima che accadesse.
Se c'è qualcosa che non so, devi dirmelo, Gary. Io posso aiutarti, devo aiutarti, perché ti voglio bene. E tu lo sai.
Nessuno può aiutarmi. Non è un male che possa guarire, il mio.
Ma non vuoi provare? Neanche tentare?
Sono stanco di tentare. Guarda, sai cos'è questa? No, non è stata una freccia su. È un segno che io porto nell'anima, più che nella carne.
Ma cosa significa?
C'era un ragazzo di 10 anni e una mandria di 5.000 capi. Sai cos'è una stampede? Sono migliaia di bestie terrorizzate che fuggono e travolgono ogni cosa. Eravamo a 50 miglia da Jacksonville. Io mi divertivo con una pistola e mi partì un colpo. Nessuno riesce a fermare una mandria di 5.000 capi. Saltarono a cavallo, tutti. Mio padre e gli altri. Quando tornarono ce n'erano 3 di meno. 3 corpi ridotti a una poltiglia di ossa e sangue. Erano là. Mio padre mi trascinò davanti a loro. Uno dei 3 era mio fratello. Mi vergò a sangue con un nervo di bue. Qua! Assassino, mi disse. E lo ripeté finché ebbe fiato in gola. Da quel giorno ho odiato la morte. E la odio negli altri e per me. Mi fa paura. Paura, capisci? Sono un vigliacco. Un vigliacco.
Well, if that's it, please take me with you, Gary.
Are you out of your head? You deserve a man, not a cowardly weakling.
You are a man, Gary, and I'm all yours. Forever.
It ain't right. I've got to go alone.
Oh, Gary.
Leave me be. Go away. Go away, will you?
Not that old. That's all I came in my eyes.
What you looking for?
A place to sleep and something to eat for me and my pony.
Got any money, kid?
Be enough for you?
Sure, it's enough for you. Grab and a couple of beers if you want. Mary, why don't you go and fix the kid his eat? She'll serve you at the table, sir.
Gary! Gary!
Wherever you are, I'm fast.
It's Tony. Tony from Clayton.
Tony, my buddy, Tony, from Clayton. Amigo mio, good. But your home is in Clayton.
No. My guardians got too tough, so I decided to move on out of there. They wanted to send me to a military school.
That was very wise of you. You want to know something? Liberty, pursuit of happiness. Better drink than that time. Bring a glass, will you?
Mary. All right. And the others? Where are they? We could ride together as far as Lewistown.
What others?
The others. The circus.
What it is, the others? I'm through with Maggie Brown and the rest of them clowns in the circus. I'm through, you hear? Now I'm on my own.
Stop it, Gary. I don't believe you.
No fool. Hurricane West is tired of the circus. I'm aiming to settle down someplace. That's all.
That's okay, Gary. I got an idea. I got a magnificent idea. Ride along with me to Lewistown and you'll see. You'll find on the prettiest little farm. My guardian, Mr. Brody, is a limey, but he ain't like Miss Claridge is. Besides, if you give me a hand, we'll make him change his mind. After all, it makes very little difference anyways.
It makes a big difference for you and me, Tony.
Shucks, I'm the owner, Gary. And Mr. Brody must agree when the law says that the land's mine. 1,000 acres, Gary, right there under the hills. And there are 300 horses in the corral and pretty red cattle on the range. And then the house, with lots of windows. And a porch with a rocker. I ain't been home since that night. And that was such a long time ago. You'll see for yourself, Gary. It's as pretty as a picture.
Tony, your farm's in pretty bad shape. Those hombres ain't farmers. Wonder who they are.
I don't know. Believe me, it wasn't like this before, Gary.
Aren't you going to say thank you? If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't get any exercise. Now, just a minute, Norton. Hey, Norton, come back here. Should be 10 sacks. Instead, there are only 8 of them.
It's all I can manage, Mr. Oldroyd.
You'll manage 2 more. Because Roy Oldroyd tells you to. Can you get that through your thick skull?
All right. I'll find 2 more sacks somehow. I'll bring them later today.
Get going! Hey, move your fat, Norton.
Don't seem to be any reason for us to hang around any longer. Let's get... Come on.
Hey, Mr. Norton! Mr. Norton!
Tony! Tony Murphy. By all that's holy. What are you doing here, son?
I wanted to live on the farm.
That's a pretty poor notion, Tony. Who's that?
Gary McGuire, Hurricane West. He's my buddy.
Better talk at my place. Hey, come on. After your dad was killed, there was no hope for any of us farmers. The cowman was strong enough to make us give him half the harvest. We pay out, and they let us work what little land remains. If you don't pay, you find your crops trampled down by the herds of cattle they put out there to graze.
In Johnson County, the farmers have put up barbed wire fences, and the cattle keep away.
They murdered my pa because of that. Before my eyes.
That's right. Clayton, Winnett, and Lewiston are their stamping grounds. But their headquarters is right there on your farm.
Now Gary's here. We'll throw him out quick.
You're kidding yourself, Tony. That's a job for the law. Not a lad like you.
Tony, it seems to me it'd be better if you go to college in Boston. Well, I better make tracks for Winnie. I'll try to find some work there. Want to ride with me as far as Clayton?
No, I ain't going. Don't leave us all alone, Gary. Don't desert us. You're the only man who can take care of those outlaws. At Silver Hill, there were 6 to 1, and he killed 5 of them outright.
Please, leave me alone.
Half my land will be yours if you give us a hand against them bandits.
I gotta get going. Thank you, ma'am. I'm obliged to you.
No, don't go!
Let go of me!
These days, you want a marksman, you gotta pay him well.
But I already offered him half of my farm.
Half of nothing is nothing. No one would risk their lives for so little.
No, that's the whiskey, not my fish, you know.
Good idea. And little me a bottle of champagne. What you say, honey?
Sure, anything you say. I'd better be making for bed. I'm tired.
The beds here cost hard cash. You spent your last cents in that whiskey.
She go to bed, I can have some. Nothing.
Come on. Just give me them guns, Gary. Come on upstairs where you can still make it. Put your arm around my shoulder. Mighty pretty. I'll look after them until you pay. Anyway, they're no use to you anymore. Without your pals in the circus, they're useless.
Pals. Pals are no more tricks, see? Look at that candle there. My whole guns. You never betrayed me. You're right. You take them, Doc. To me, they're no good anymore anyway.
That's better. Now you're being a reasonable man. Wait for it. Wait.
Excuse me, lady.
Yes?
Have you got a man lodging here called Gary McGuire? He's quite tall, wears a buckskin, and a pair of silver-plated guns.
Sure we have. He won't be awake. Room 4.
Thanks, lady.
Wait a minute. Boy, does your name happen to be Murphy? Tony Murphy?
No. My name is Jeremy.
Jeremy? Then what?
Jeremy Scott.
Jeremy Scott. Purdy. It's a real purdy name for a boy.
Thanks.
Good morning, Mr. Coleman.
Hi, Mr. Coleman. Good morning, Mr. Coleman.
Good morning. I'm looking for Dora.
He's upstairs, I think, sir.
Give me a whiskey.
Yes, sir.
You've got to listen to me. Please, Gary. I'll pay you anything you want. Really, I will. In American dollars. Now you've got to decide.
Now listen, Tony. You come here at sunup. Break $30,000 your dad hid. Are you kidding me?
Di una cassetta dove ci sono $30.000. Ma a chi vuoi darla a bere?
Now let me go to sleep.
Gary, you think I'm lying, but I'll tell you where the $30,000 are hidden. My father said it was my money. Just a minute.
You've arrived at the right moment. You get out. I've some mighty good news, Coleman. Know who I've got up there? Young Tony Murphy.
Tony? You mean John Murphy's son?
Not to be pleased. He's with McGuire. I heard what the kid was telling him. Appears that just before he died, Tony's old man stashed a box away somewhere with $30,000.
Where?
I don't know. That little feller's too clever. When he saw I was listening outside, he wouldn't say anymore.
That's no problem. We can find out everything when we have to. All we have to do is to have Brody invite him out to the ranch, see? After all, he is the boy's guardian. He'll know how to handle Tony. So you go and tell Brody what he has to do.
It's not like you think. That money wasn't just your dad's. It belonged to the Union of Farmers. So if you won't talk, it's as if you've stolen it from a whole lot of good people.
I'm afraid to trust anybody.
But you see, I too. I'm on their side. I was your dad's friend, wasn't I? And think of the farm. You'll need the money to put that on its feet again.
Mr. Brody, before I talk, please give your word my father's ranch will be repaired. Do you assure me?
But certainly. Of course I do, Tony. Ah, but look who's here. Mr. Coleman. You remember Tony Murphy, the son of Jonathan Murphy?
Yes, of course. I was a friend of your father's. Well now, Tony, you've become quite a little man, haven't you? I hope an intelligent young man. After all, we're only here to help you.
This money will be all yours, my son. You alone know where it's hidden. And no one else must ever know about it.
Answer, Mr. Coleman.
Want us to give you a beating? Why don't you speak up, you miserable brat?
No, Mr. Coleman. Leave the kid alone. How much do you want to know?
No, but wait, Gary. You can't, I tell you.
Out with it, Hurricane West. You'll be earning $1,000 without any effort. Where is that money?
Don't tell him, Gary. We've got to stick together.
Shut up, you brat.
$1,000 is a lot of money. Sure is. Many a guy will be chomping at the bit.
You're just rotten.
Mister, you can offer me that in double. Or even 30,000. I've decided you ain't gonna find out no way.
Don't play the hero, you fool. I'll loosen your tongue. For less than that. All right, boys. Come in. I think Mr. McGuire needs special treatment.
Sit down.
You want to talk now?
No.
Oh, no! No! Cowards! Bullies!
All right, McGuire. But when you've had enough, you'll tell me.
Don't be too sure, friend. Go ahead. Have your fun, Coleman.
Keep an eye on the kid. We'll have to lock him up somewhere.
Down in the cellar.
Gary! Gary!
Don't worry about him. We'll take care of him. A few days without food or water, and I'm sure he'll tell us where it is.
Why, that little brat.
Gary, it's exactly the same. I recognized it immediately. It was hanging on his watch chain the night the phone was attacked, and I ripped it off. He's the one, Gary. It's positive proof. I know it's Coleman who killed my poor father. That night, I hid it in a box, and now it's in the chimney.
Okay, Tony. Let's get out of here. You got a lot of courage.
Goodness, you'd have put out 10 like him if you'd been in my place. It was nothing, Gary.
Tony, listen. I'm only what I appear. A pistolero. Nothing but that. Nothing more and nothing less. You think I'm a hero, but everyone knows I'm a coward.
No, it's not true. Yesterday when they were beating you, you wouldn't tell them anything. You laughed in their faces. It proves you're not a coward.
Yesterday was yesterday.
Wait a minute. I'll go ahead. Gary! Gary! Gary!
Leave him alone. You keep your filthy hands off Tony.
Are you going to stop me?
Yes, I am.
Oh, but he's not moving.
Afraid he's dead. Very easy to kill. Come on, Tony. Now listen, Tony. I want you to go to Norton's place. It's a good hideout. I want you to stay put and wait for me there.
And you?
Don't ask me questions. Just go there.
Yours, Captain.
And maybe so. To tell you the truth, I never believed that money really existed.
Well, it does. I don't know where, but that brat does, and I'll get it out of him somehow. Give me another drink.
My bet is that cash box is still in the room somewhere. That's where Murphy was murdered, and that's where they found Tony. Seriously, Coleman, if I were in your shoes, I'd tear the room apart.
I think we should wait a little longer. After all, one's a child, and the other one's a coward. They'll spill the beans tomorrow.
Hope so. There's a lot of icing on it. Dawn loves icing. You'll remember Dawn.
Of course. Of course.
Darling.
Coleman. It's Ben.
Come in. What is it?
McGuire. He's escaped.
What about the boy?
He's gone, too. They knocked me over the head. They killed Mr. Brody.
You great idiot. Get Oldroyd right away and find the boy. Then I'll meet you at the ranch. You will hear from me.
Uh-huh.
Chi è? Scusate, sceriffo, ma non c'è tempo per i preamboli. Dovete venire con me alla fattoria, Norton.
Ma voi chi siete?
Vi spiegherò tutto, ma ora vi prego, ne va di mezzo la vita di un ragazzo. Tony Murphy. Vi dice niente questo nome?
Murphy? Il figlio di colui che fu assassinato 2 anni fa?
Esatto.
Ho capito. Andiamo.
Apri, Norton! Sono McGuire! Che è successo?
Quei vigliacchi. È stato mezz'ora fa. Stavo portando a letto i bambini. Mio marito è uscito fuori per fermarli. Ma erano in troppi.
Mi sono saltati addosso in 3. C'era anche Orroy. Non ce l'ho fatta. Hanno portato via il ragazzo, Tony.
Night. Pour me whiskey. Any news of those two?
No, nothing's come up. But it won't be long now.
Fill it up. That's one good thing that's happened. At least they killed our friend Brody. It's one less mouth to feed if all goes well.
I've been looking for you, Coleman.
And I've been looking for him, so everybody should be happy.
I want you to come out with me to Murphy. I think you'll find it very interesting.
If you mean what I think, Sheriff, it should be most interesting.
It ain't probably what you're thinking it is. It's something you lost about 2 years ago, when you murdered Jonathan Murphy.
That's right, Coleman. You guessed it. Something like you got on that chain.
The mark you used for Brandon. Tony tore it off the killer that night. Want to know something? That killer was you. I wouldn't try anything if I were you, because, Mr. Coleman, you're in a lot of trouble. Quite some time we've been looking for proof. McGuire has it. And we got a witness, Coleman, your friend, Murphy's son, that your men had kidnapped. But you'll hand him over safe and sound, or I swear I won't hesitate to put a bullet in your forehead. Get going. Get those hands up.
You're wrong, Sheriff. If you want me to go to the ranch, okay.
A terra!
Sheriff, can't move. Tell you what you gotta do. Take 10 men and go to the ranch, McGuire. Please. Do it for me, McGuire. Please, you're the only one. I hope you're not too late.
Musica! Qualcuna di quelle facce non mi è nuova. Prima è meglio dare un'occhiata in paese. Venite con me, voi due.
Lo so. A nessuno piace rischiare la pelle. Anch'io sono tutt'altro che un eroe. Ma dobbiamo farlo. Dobbiamo fermare quegli assassini prima che sia troppo tardi. Ogni minuto che passa, ogni secondo di indecisione può significare la vita di quel ragazzo.
È un suicidio mettersi contro gli uomini di Coleman.
Prova ad avvicinarti al ranch e te ne accorgerai.
Ho capito. Andrò da solo. Sarà l'ultimo spettacolo di Uragano West.
Ehi, gente, è successo qualcosa?
Bravi bambini.
Che voleva quel giovanotto? Sì, Uragano West. Perché è scappato?
Ma mi avrà dato di volta il cervello.
Per voi e anche per i vostri genitori. Venite tutti al circo.
Tiratelo su.
Well? Do you feel like talking? Or do you want another bath?
No, pity's sake. Stop, I'll tell you.
Well, the little brat was right, fellas. I reckon there's more than 30 grand here. Not counting the jewelry.
Now put it back, friends. Listen, you know it isn't yours yet.
There's over 30,000 nearly all in gold. Hope you ain't thinking of keeping it for yourself, are you?
You'll be paid, don't worry. You'll all get a portion.
Sure, a couple of bucks and a glass of whiskey, right? You want to know something, Coleman? I'm through with taking orders from you. Hey, Vance, get him back.
Tony! Gary!
Tony, get down!
Gary, they made me tell where the cash box was and then they murdered Coleman. There's too many. We can't do it alone. We have to get help. We have to.
Get on the horse. Look, boy, gallop hell bent for leather. All the way to Lewistown. Find the sheriff and tell him what's happened.
And you?
I've got an account to settle with Old Boy. And one with myself. Go on, Tony. Get.
All right, get rid of those bodies quick, Jess.
Harness up the horses, drive out and dump them on the range somewhere. Just a family quarrel. Little argument, see? Hey, Roy, hold on a minute.
We think it'd be wiser if we keep an eye on that box together.
Yeah, dollars are so light, blow away with the least breath of wind. Right, Jess? We better divvy up right now. Then the boys and you and me can get going.
You mean you don't trust me, fellas?
Oh, boss, of course we do. But let's do it now. It's more sure.
That way everybody can.
Well, now, would you look at that? Seems like there's still a few of Coleman's men around. Let's finish him.
Here I am, old Roy.
Ready and waiting.
Maggie?
Ain't you got any?
Why, no.
Where can they be hidden?
Don't you know?
No, let's look.
out here, anywhere. What are we going to do?
Hoopla!
Watch out, Gary!
Here they are. Look, Tony. There. Let me do it.
What's going on?
Stop there, old Old, or I'll shoot you like the rattlesnake you are. Pick it up. But watch out. There's only one bullet. Mind, you aim good, because if you miss, I'm gonna fill you full of lead.
Please don't shoot. No, please. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'll give you the money. Take it. Here, take it. Take it all. Take it all.
Stop that. In Lewistown, they got a rope to string you up in Toronto. Get going.
How could you do your act in the circus tonight? Without this.
That's right. But now that you are rich, Tony, will you still come to see me?
Sure, in the front row.
And now, Tony, my boy, we must roll up our sleeves. If God's willing, we'll make this into a garden even prettier than it was.
Maestro! Music! Forward! This evening, come one and all to the greatest show presented by Eustace Brown, which offers you the inimitable, the magnificent Hurricane West!